Well, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for all for coming. We originally set it up for our house at the parsonage, but then when we heard about all the people that were planning on coming, we thought our big living room, and it is a big living room, won't even hold all of us, and you didn't disappoint, so thank you for being here. I am happy to introduce to you Claudia Rees from the New Life Outreach International Church. I think I got that right.
Yeah, it's a long yes.
It's close. Near Richmond, Virginia, and if you go on their website, it's amazing the ministries they have among the homeless and street people. An intercultural church, people from a lot of different cultures. God seems to be using them, at least according to the internet, I assume.
Yeah, no, they definitely are, yeah.
To reach a lot of people, and I consider it a privilege. I met Claudia for the first time this morning when she came to church and spoke to her briefly yesterday on the phone, but thanks to Kurt, who yesterday saw this presentation, said, we got to do it. We just got to find a way to do it. So I said, okay, let me give her a call. See, check her out first, make sure she's not going to teach us something wrong. I'm just very confident what she's going to teach. I think you'll be blessed and encouraged. Let's open with a word of prayer, and I'll just turn it over to Claudia. Father, thank you for this opportunity to gather together this evening and for your word and for the word pictures that you put in your word that point us to Christ. And Father, I pray that you would open our hearts along with our minds to receive what you have for us tonight. And might we not leave this place the same, because we have been introduced to Jesus Christ again and anew. In Jesus' name we ask. Amen. Now, if you in the back need to stand to see, feel free. So don't stay stuck there if you can't see what's up there.
Well, first I would like to thank my hostess, Connie, who you all know. She's about fed up with us, so she's kicking us out on Tuesday. So, and we tagged along with her sister, who's a very dear friend of ours, my husband and I, and we were we have just had the most wonderful time, and we feel like we know half of you already because we met you somewhere, either eating chicken or fish or something else. I must leave on Tuesday because my wardrobe keeps getting smaller. But we have been blessed everywhere we've gone, and in particular, I do have to tell you, those of you who are here and part of this flock, you have a shepherd who's very concerned about you, who is very faithful, and is a very kind and good person, I can tell that, but also he did give me the 3rd degree last night to make sure that I wasn't going to come in here and squire you away to some bad place. So he and I chatted, but that's a good sign, Yes. And we're living in an age where people are not necessarily honest with each other. We want to be caring, we want to be loving, and we want to be deferential to people, and we want to be kind in the way that we're told to in the gospel. But we have to be careful that we're not caring for people if we don't tell the truth. Yes. And the truth has become a kind of a nebulous subject in this day and age. One of the things I was thinking about before I came here, just in general, is the idea that this presentation has to do. Has anybody here ever done any studying in the Old Testament on the Tabernacle? So we've got a few. Okay. I know you do. You have to leave, though, because you're going to find out I don't know everything about it. So it's kind of a scary subject for a lot of people because it seems very remote to us, but it is really quite related to us. And we are living in an information age. We're living in an age where we're constantly having information fed to us. You've got people who, if they want to know the definition of a word, you don't have to be clever anymore. You don't have to go to the library. Remember the old card catalogs? Only the old people would remember that. But where you had to go in and look the thing up and find out something about it. We're living in an age where if you want to know the definition of a word, you just Google it. And also, we're live streaming information. We're hearing information all the time. So we're living in an age where we have a lot of information, but we don't necessarily have a lot of depth or knowledge. And they say that people who are on Facebook are actually lonelier now than they were before because they have made it a substitute for this kind of communication. So as I thought about that, I was thinking, that we have come to a place where we feel like we know a lot, and yet there's a great emptiness out there. There's a great emptiness for many of us, and we are basically, one of the things I said yesterday, no matter what, at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, we're all alone. And without God, you're truly alone. So it is important to know the truth and to seek out the truth. So the great thing about the tabernacle is that it connects us to the future, it connects us now, and it connects us to the past. And as you know, it says Jesus Christ is the same today, yesterday, today, and forever. So this is all connected with that. So I was thinking of this movie before I got here that Graham and I saw a million years ago, and I don't know if you all saw it, but it's called Lawrence of Arabia. And see, he's so excited because I said Lawrence of Arabia. When we went to Egypt, I couldn't wait to get out there. We saw the pyramids, and we were so excited about it. And then he turned around, and I was gone. Because I always wanted to walk on one of the dunes, like those who saw the movie, so I could be like Lawrence, when they were all calling him, feel the sand and all that sort of thing. And in that particular movie, there was a great scene with Anthony Quinn, where he's this Arab leader and the leader of the Howitops, and my son lives in Oman, and he said, listen, it's not that much different today. He says, good, they were at this wadi place we were supposed to go. And in it, he was with his band of men, and they were in this huge tent. And, of course, what's his name, Lawrence of Arabia, says to him, well, you say you want gold, and you say you want to acquire all these things, and you're fearless, and you have all this going on for you, but you don't have any money. He said, I don't see that you have any money. He was trying to entice him to go and help him defeat Aqaba, which was on the shore. And so he says, so he gets insulted because, he says gold is honorable, and he looks at him and he says, and poor because I am a river to my people. And they just go wild. There's like thousands of them jumping up because he makes this statement. And I know you're wondering why I thought about that. But I thought about it today very strongly in a not humorous way, because that's what God is for us. When Jesus met the woman at the well and they sat there, he said, the water that I will give you, when you drink it, you will never be thirsty again. And we are pretty thirsty today. But there is a river there, we just have to access it. And much of it has to do with how much we know of this, which was written for us. This book is, the idea behind this book here is as if I go up to you and I say, this is the bestseller of all time. And I'm going to give it to you because it's about you. This is a book about you. And you take the book home and you say, wow, this is a bestseller all over the world, and it's about me. Tomorrow I'm going to read one verse, and then I'm going to go have breakfast, and then I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to come home, have dinner, watch TV, and go to sleep, and then the next morning I'm going to read another line. If you really knew how much it applied to you and what it had to do with your life, you wouldn't do that. You would spend time looking at it. And of course, related to that also, it was the first Psalm when it says, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked,